Everybody, welcome back to Nicsminibikes. If you haven't yet, hit that link in the description. Go get you some merchandise. We got hats, shirts, and hoodies, all kinds of cool stuff. Go get you something. Help us out. So in this video, I got 4 blocks here. We got a Tillotson 225, a Racer ProQuip 236, a Predator 224 Ducar block, and a Predator 212 Hemi. And all we're going to do in this video is look at the blocks and see the different kind of reinforcement across all 4 of them, and then we'll check them in a few places and check the thickness and see if there's a difference. So come along for the ride and let's dive on in. Hey Chucky, where'd you get that front wheel and hub at?
At Shetley Go-Kart Supply.
Hey Charles, where did you get that Super 30 driver at?
Shetley Go-Kart Supply.
Hey Chucky, where'd you get those tires at?
At Shetley Go-Kart Supply.
Hey Chucky, where did you get that big rotor at?
At Shetley's Go-Kart Supply.
Hey Chucky, where'd you get that split sprocket and adapter at?
Shetley Car Supply.
So Shetley Kart Supply has been a big supporter of the YouTube channel and me in general, and I really appreciate him and everything he's done for us and helped us do. So if you're in need for wheels, tires, clutches, chains, brakes, anything of that nature, click the link down in the description and go check out one of his stores. I got links to his webpage on there, his Amazon, and his eBay store. Got a lot of stuff from him: tires, wheels, clutches, hubs, split sprockets, brake rotors, all kinds of stuff. Just go check it out and maybe throw some support his way. Rick's a good guy and he'll get you taken care of. And just let him know Nicsminibikes sent you. From now until the end of December, use coupon code Nicsminibikes to get 10% off the main website for Shetley Go-Kart Supply. That's Nicsminibikes on the main website for 10% off through the end of December. And once again, a huge thank you to Rick over at Shetley Go-Kart Supply for supporting us and helping us out. We really appreciate you. So the first thing we'll look at is the flywheel side. This is our 212 Hemi. Still has the oil seal in it. Governor's plugged. Not much going on here. It's just kind of bare. Then if we move over to the Predator 224, we'll see that we're gaining a little bit more here. We got some support going up here. This piece comes all the way across. It comes up over here, which is nice. Nothing else really going on here at all. The venting on the bottom is a little different, but not much there. Then we move on to the Racer ProQuip 236. The venting is bigger on the bottom even yet. Nothing really going on here. This is just a tin that needs to come off, but just pretend that's not there. So nothing different here. The venting on the top here is a little bigger, and this piece also comes all the way across and up the cylinder. And then on this one, they've added this metal right here, which is nice. Adds support there. And then we move on to the Tillotson here. No venting on the bottom. This is all solid all the way around. All the way around. Even under the cylinder. It's got a thick edge all the way around. And you got the support here and back here. It's like the Ducar 212. There's no drilled hole for a governor. Not much really to see on this side. Yeah, nothing really to see. This is our Hemi. This is our 224. This is our Racer ProQuip. These two don't have built-in fan shroud. This one does underneath the cylinder here. Same with the Tillotson. It's got the built-in shroud on the cylinder there, and they both have these, but you can see the thickness difference there. Then if we look at the clutch side of the motor, side cover side. Nothing really to see on any of them this way. Just kind of take a look at the webbing inside there. Got all this webbing going around. Here's our 224. It's got all the same webbing. Here's your oil to the head. Nice and cast in there. It's the Racer ProQuip 236. It's got all the same webbing in there still. They cut out right here for oil to get drained out easily. And you come to your Tillotson. It's a lot cleaner looking casting. And it's got almost all the same stuff going on in there. Couple more ribs. You see those two back there, right there. This one only has one. We got a little bit of ribs here going to the bottom of the cylinder. On the Tillotson, you don't have any. And then just look how different this spot is right here. This is nice and clean, nice and open. And on your Tillotson, it's just kind of super rough, gross looking. On your oil sensor side, this is your Predator 212 Hemi. No ribs or nothing here, just bare. Move on to the 224, and you start getting all these ribs going across here for strength, which is nice. Your Racer ProQuip 236 has a couple here, a couple down here, and then just nothing really here in the middle. Your Tillotson got ribs all the way down, really nice looking. And it's got these little chutes right here for support, which is nice. Then we got the tops. This is your Predator Hemi. It's just got a few ribs in there, but nothing special. Your 224. We're starting to get into some nice support ribbing going on there. Lots of support ribbing there. Then your Racer ProQuip steps it up even again with this stretch of ribbing there. And your 224 has this. The Racer ProQuip has this. And then your Tillotson has it. And not as much ribbing as the Racer ProQuip, or even the 224 really. There's less ribbing on the top going on there. Now the bottoms. This is your Predator 212 Hemi. Got a little bit of ribs going on there, but not much. This is your 224 Ducar Predator. That's nice. It's got ribs for strength and all that good stuff. And they all line up with these holes back here for air from the flywheel to come. They come through these holes here. They shoot through here. The 212 has it also. All those ribs take air. Then you got your 236, even more ribbing. Help direct that airflow across the whole bottom of that block, which is really nice. And then your Tillotson, it's got some ribbing here and there, but nothing like that. There's nowhere for air to get through from the flywheel to the bottom of this block. Alright, so that wind is picking up, so we'll try to get this done anyway. I don't know how the audio is going to sound, but that's what I got. I already measured out the other 3 blocks. I got it written down on paper over here. Let's do this one real fast and just compare the numbers. So first I'm going to measure the thickness of the top. That's 0.271, and I'm not looking for the thickness with this. I'm looking for the thickness of like back here. So I'm just going to subtract the depth here, 154, and we get 117 for a thickness right about here. Do the same on this side. Go right, let's go in between here. 308, and the same thing. I don't want the thickness of this bit. I want back here. So we'll just minus 161, and we get 147. Let's do the bottom. There's no lip here. Oh yeah, I guess there is. So we'll do the exact same thing here. 317 minus the depth. 38. We got 279 there, and we'll do right here. We'll go up as high as we can. 278 minus the depth. We get 106 for that piece. Now all these are on rough casting. It could be in different places. It's not a perfect science here. We're just getting an idea. Now I want to see how thick the cylinder is. So we'll pretty well do the exact same thing as we've been doing, except on the cylinder. So we'll go right to the top the best we can. 943. We'll measure down to cylinder this way, 611. Do the same on this side. We'll stay right up close to this. 546 minus our depth. 243 to this side. 1196 minus 899. And for the bottom, I'll just measure this bit here. 435. Now on the others, I was able to measure like this. Yeah, let's try it. What the heck? 4290. Then we'll subtract this depth. 209. And we'll subtract this depth. 4997. We get 84 thou. Alright, so I decided to get out of the wind to come and recap what we got here. As far as the blocks go and the bracing, that's up to you. What do you like? Which one do you like? I like the Racer ProQuip bracing, and I wish they'd put that onto a Tillotson. That'd be great, but they don't. So let's go over the measurements and see what we come up with. So for the top, which would be right here, the measurement right here, I'm just going to call the 212 Hemi the Hemi. I'm going to call the Predator 224 the Ducar. The Racer ProQuip, we'll call the Racer ProQuip. And this one here, we'll just call Tillotson. So up here, the Hemi measured 102 thou. The Ducar measured 89 thou. The Racer ProQuip measured 102 thou. And the Tillotson measured 117. So as far as thickness on the top, that Tillotson wins that one. And for the front, I'm thinking of it like it's on a bike. This being the front on this side right here. All the measurements were taken somewhere in this area here. The Hemi measured 133. The Ducar measured 166. The Racer ProQuip measured 117. And the Tillotson measured 147. So the Ducar actually won that thickness. And for the back, same thing, like it's in a mini bike. This being the back here. So we measured everything around this area here. Your Hemi was 74. The 224 was 83. The Racer ProQuip was 102. And the Tillotson was 106. So the Tillotson won that one as well. At the bottom, the Hemi was 101. The Ducar was 146 thou. The Racer ProQuip was 81 thou. And the Tillotson is 279 thou. So Tillotson is thickest in that spot as well. Now for thickness around the cylinder, kind of just to add a little strength, being thicker in that area. So the side cover side, the Hemi was 259. The Ducar was 389. I did double check that because that is huge compared to the others. The Racer ProQuip is 236 and the Tillotson is 297. So the Ducar block wins that one as well. On the flywheel side, Your Hemi is 254. Your Ducar is 301. Your Racer ProQuip is 216, and your Tillotson was 303. So the Tillotson barely squeaked by, thicker than the Ducar on that one. Top of the cylinder is here. I couldn't measure the Racer ProQuip one here because this part here on that Racer ProQuip goes all the way to the last fin, so I couldn't measure that. But your Hemi was 275. Your Ducar was 377. Couldn't do the Racer ProQuip. And your Tillotson was 332. So the Ducar wins that one too. So at the bottom, I just measured from your push rod hole here to the bottom of the cylinder here. And our Hemi was 375. The Ducar was 379. The Racer ProQuip was 318. And the Tillotson is 435. So the Tillotson for the win there. Thickness, this one's kind of rough because such a long distance to measure with the calipers the way we did it, but it's whatever. So I'm trying to measure the thickness here, the thickness of the front face. So what I did is I took this measurement minus whatever step was here and then minus the depth to the face there. It's very rough. Take it or leave it. It's not really a good measurement, but it is what it is. Anyway, we did all 4 blocks. The Hemi was 89 thou. The Ducar was 111. The Racer ProQuip was 71 thou. And the Tillotson was 84. So the Ducar wins that thickness too. So we measured 9 different places. The Tillotson won 5, the Ducar won 4. All these measurements are off of rough casting, so wouldn't say they're 100%, say 75. It's just to give us a rough idea of how thick things are. And I'd say the Tillotson is by far the best one here for thickness, but not by much. Everything is pretty close. The casting on this Tillotson just looks amazing, with the exception of the hole going through the cylinder that goes through here. That hole inside here is pretty bad. We'll have to figure out a way to clean that up, but other than that, the casting on this is amazing. The block ribbing, I mean, like I said before, if it looked like the Racer ProQuip, if it had all the Racer ProQuip bracing and ribs in there, it'd be awesome, but it don't. This is what we got. And this block is what we're replacing our cracked Racer ProQuip 236 block with, is this one right here. So that's going to do it for this episode of Nicsminibikes. Make sure you hit that link down in the bottom. Go pick you up some merchandise. We got shirts, hats, hoodies, all kinds of cool stuff. Go get you something, and make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you being here, and we'll catch you on the next one.